Hey everyone, it's Peter from Daydream Nation, and I have got a special guest to the channel. I've got Dan from Off the Charts. How are you, Dan?
I'm very good, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
We're going to talk about a band that doesn't get not spoken about enough, Hanoi Rocks. We're going to talk about one of the big mysteries of rock and roll, how this band was not bigger. They are way influential because we're going to cover 2 albums. We're going to cover Oriental Beat and 2 Steps from the Move. And basically, you know, you hear on these 2 albums the fingerprints of hair metal and 80s LA strip, American rock and roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us about your first time that you came across Hanoi Rocks or heard about the band Hanoi Rocks, because I used to hear about them all the time without actually hearing the songs, like whether I was looking through Kerrang or interviews with various, rock
the
stars.
Songs for me came very, very late. When I say like decades later. I think I was probably 12, 13, 14 when I started, going to record stores, maybe not buying, but I did a lot of browsing. And there was, I was always buying Kiss at the time. So the H was near in the case. So you're like, I'm seeing this album, and it was 2 Steps from the Move. That's the one I remember seeing. I'm like, Hanoi Rocks. And the name, I was like, what kind of name is that? Like, I didn't understand it. I'm like, are they from Vietnam? Well, the on the cover, Michael Monroe obviously does not look American there. So I was like, are they all from Vietnam? I did not understand the name. That was like one thing the thing that bugged me all my life was the name. I just didn't understand it. And then you find out they're from Finland, right? And so I'm like, what is the connection with the word Hanoi? I really did not understand the name, but I knew them. I knew they existed. I never saw any videos.
Yeah. And we've got to mention, I think my awareness was that tragic accident with their drummer, Razzle. Basically dying in that car accident and the notoriety of that whole event with Vince Neil. So I won't go into that. You can research it on, it's all out there for public knowledge. But that was unfortunately probably the end of the band because
and it's basically what they're known for, right?
Yeah.
In a sad way.
I hate to say it, but look, we will cover all the songs. We'll talk about all things Hanoi Rocks. And I think once we go over the geography of these 2 albums, I think folks will get to understand that there's there is an influence of this band that should have been, frankly, much better. And fate has a cruel way of picking and choosing who gets the gong of success. And unfortunately, this band didn't get it. But way influential. All right, well, why don't we start off with the first album, Oriental Beat? So I'll start off and say, here we go.
Got a different...
Oriental Beat. So I'll put up way different. That's
I know. Mine are, and I'll show you a couple. Just so we go really fast there. This is the first one.
Yes.
Bangkok Shocks.
It's almost
Saigon Shake.
It's almost Rose Tattoo, like the emblem, Yep.
Yeah, these are all Japanese.
Wow.
Here's Self-Destruction Blues.
Right. That's why I get him on the show.
Yeah.
With all these left field. Wow.
And Back Through Mystery City.
Yes.
And the only one that stays the same is this one here.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Guns N' Roses. Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's not just them. There's so much more.
I know. But I guess I'm picking the low-hanging fruit there. Of the, number one metal. But that's as Martin Popoff would say, it's a very sober-looking album cover, isn't it, comparative to the other one, Oriental.
The one with all the hand prints there.
Well, the story was they wanted to put one of their girlfriends naked
I saw that. Yeah,
against the window, but that I think the record company or the wags in the management said, "You're not doing that." Sorry.
the picture exists because I saw it. Well, this past week, and it's Hanoi Rocks with two X's as opposed to ROCKS there. So it's XX.
Right.
And then it's not that great of it, to be honest. It's like, don't bother looking for it. It's not that great there. So
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, the story, it sounds much more salacious and much more interesting
oh yeah,
than it actually is. All right, we'll talk Oriental Beat. First up, this album has copped a bit of flack with a lot of critics and folks who are fans of the band with the production. Now, I don't mind it because it's got a very raw, garagey feel. It's really punky. So to me, the production shortcomings, I mean, it doesn't sound like it's state-of-the-art 24-bit remastering.
no.
It actually adds to the flavour and the scunginess of this band. What do you think of the production, the sound of this album, first off the bat?
I find it's dirty. It's a little dirty. Well, it's definitely dirtier than the other one we're going to be talking about there. I think there's one more that's about as dirty as this there. I forget which one there. But to me, the production is not really what stands out for me. Like, it's closer to like garagey hard rock. I call this, like I wrote here, it's sleaze pop punk hard rock. if that's such a but it's original.
It is.
It's lots of saxophone and harmonica, which I was like, this album especially compared to the other one.
I have this theory that bands that are remote come from countries that are remote and way out of the actual scene, the epicenter, have a different interpretation of things. And I think, this band came up in Finland. They're basically looking to America, and they're looking at the Rolling Stones, they're looking at the New York Dolls, they're looking at Kiss, but they're interpreting in their own way. And that's what I like about it, because it's unique. It's not quite American. It's got that European feel about it that maybe I can't put my words on it, but it's European.
But I mean, the harmonica, we've all heard it. But the sax and then the lead singer, like usually you would have on the side a sax player. Like I saw a couple of videos of them playing live, and the singer at least comes out with the saxophone live. At least for, let's say, on a 10-song set list, he'll come out of that with like 5 songs.
Yeah.
So it was an instrument, but you really don't see that here. For I don't know about you in Australia, but here the only saxophone I remember was the oh my god, the big buff guy there in the Tina Turner videos there. With the exactly what I'm talking about there.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that guy. That's it for sax.
This album, I hear a lot of punk. So let's talk about the first one, Motivatin', which is, all the songs are written by Andy McCoy, and Michael Munro's got a co-write on this.
Yes.
I wrote down that this is like a Scandinavian version of The Clash with a dash of Stones and the New York Dolls. It's raw and it's really rough around the edges. Do you agree? This is really punky.
Oh yeah, it's da 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 da. I love that song. It's got a dirty. And I'm not gonna say, I don't want to diss Michael Monroe. He's got a decent voice. Okay, I think it got better with time. This album, he would never have been asked to sing backup on a Michael Jackson album. Let me put it that way there. But it works. Like what he brings works with that type of music. It's just dirty. See, I find it more like sleaze punk but they become a little bit more pop-ish. Well, I'm going to say that for the next there, but it's sleaze punk, but with a little bit of originality. Like you don't hear the Sex Pistols with a sax player or like a saxophone, or It's
or a gang chorus where the song
yes.
goes, "We've got to pull ourselves together."
Oh, I just it's
Like one bit the song is like this raw garagey, the Clash sped up, and then it goes into this gang chorus. So it takes these songs take like
a melodic
left
gang chorus.
Yeah,
A melodic gang chorus.
yes.
It's usually like that type of like, it'd be like all gang, like hey or MZA. You know what I'm talking about there?
Yeah.
But
they're not. They are not afraid of a melody. Put it that way.
no.
They know their way around a melody. Like "Don't Follow Me," for example. This is, to me, this sounds power pop, and I wrote down "Cheap Trick." This is one where they've got a bit of pop sensibilities, you know?
Yeah, it's. I don't know how to describe this here. It's like this album took me a longer while for it to stick. Apart from motivating there, I've been singing that damn song all week. I kid you not. Like I've been doing chores. Na, 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 na. I've been singing, but I find these are songs from, like I said, I mean, there's a few exceptions, obviously, from this album, but it's not as catchy and memorable as what they would become, like, later on, I find there. But "Don't Follow Me" is good. I wrote it's it's not one of my favorites, to be honest, from that one. It's good, but it's this album is, Oriental Beat is, the more I listen to it, the more I'm getting it. Like, to me, it's not one you would get right away.
The penny doesn't drop straight away, but
no.
It drops, you get it. I like the next one, "Visitor." This is a bit of a merge between power pop and new wave, and I love it's got this real staccato, spiky guitar line, and then you've got the bass and the drums in lockstep. Do you like this song?
Oh yeah, I'm a visitor. Da, 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 da.
Yeah,
I love that chorus. See, again, that was one of the few that got me right away. So that one I was like, oh, okay, I remember that. Like, the more I listened to it, that's a good one there.
Yeah, that's the one.
And it's a good. I wrote it's a great opening riff, but it's like a lead riff, not a power chord. It's got a really cool lead riff to it there. I like. It's one of my favorites off of this album. To me, nothing beats "Motivating," but there's...
well, it pops out of the gates with one of the best songs. Teenangels, Outsiders. I think this is very Stonesy. I can hear the guitar interplay between Andy McCoy and Nasty Suicide. It's like Ronnie and Keith trading off, you know, a bit of rhythm, bit of you know, that sort of guitar line.
You've got the wild and free, really catchy chorus. And once again, the saxophone makes an appearance on this one here.
Sleazy, dirty sax, I wrote.
Oh, yeah. But it works. It's like... it's like you telling, like, Frank Zappa on the xylophone. You're like, right away, you're like, what? But it works, you know? Like, same thing with this here. Like, the saxophone with Hanoi Rocks works.
Yeah. And he's a mighty fine sax player. He knows.
Oh my God! I think he's a better saxophone player than a harmonicist, or I don't even know what you call a harmonica player. There you go.
Yep. A lot of the lyrics are tongue in cheek. Also, are socially observant, like "Sweet Home Suburbia." You know, Andy McCoy's got very sharp observations about the suburban life and his frustration. In that sort of way. It's got a lot of irony on that. But there's so much Stones influence in this song. But Hanoi kind of make it their own, don't they? You can hear all the influences of these bands, but they make it their own, don't they?
That's the one with the tribal, like a kind of a tribal...
Jungle beat.
Yeah, like a tribal beat there. It's got the weird riff, but it's a cool song. It's
slightly funky, isn't it? You know,
yes, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's one, like, there's two songs to me that stand out, but like a sore thumb, not in a bad way, and this is one of them. It's just like all the other ones all resemble this one big beautiful mess. This one's a little bit off on the side, I find.
Yeah.
It's a good song, just not one that'll be like wow. But it's also memorable just for its weirdness and that little like you're. I'm having trouble, mixing up with the titles with the songs. Like I'm more of a music and vocal melodies as opposed to. So I'm like, oh yeah, that one, that's a great song there. So I just find that one very different than all the others musically.
Yeah, yeah. Are you a fan of slide guitar, Dan? Do you like dirty slide guitar in general?
More on that, yeah. More, more on that. But yes,
Motorcycle Baby. Man,
oh yeah,
there's some really gnarly, sleazy slide guitar from Andy McCoy. Like, I'm a huge Rose Tattoo fan, and you want to hear the great slide guitar first album. But anyway, that's for another show. But when I hear slide guitar, it's like the instrument of the devil. I love it.
I like it not overused. Like for me, slide guitar is great when it's used sparingly, but because it's used sparingly, it stands out more. And that's one thing I wrote here. Well, MC Baby, I'm like, what? That first, you're looking at that. I'm like, is this a rap song? Like a rap title? But
Yes,
and then,
yes.
but he says motorcycle baby. So I'm like, I don't know. It's
They might have had some text restrictions on the album.
yeah,
Like, they
that's the
couldn't
one. I
fit
was
it.
like, but anyway, that's what I'm assuming there. But again, great catchy song, and again, that slide riff really works on that one. I like that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of energy. It's impossible to dislike. It's chaotic, but it's a beautiful. I think you might have said a beautiful mess. It's a beautiful mess.
Yes.
Some of these songs. This one, No Law or Order. So there are a lot of bands in the early '80s, even metal, that were dabbling in a little bit of raga, a bit of ska.
Yeah.
And it's as if this band, the Clash, were dealing in, Sandista and, London's Calling. They were, sort of dabbling in a bit of reggae. And this one has got a bit of a reggae ska beat above the verse, isn't it? The bass runs are kind of...
All week, I've been saying this song reminds me of something. I don't know what it is, but that little ska-ish or reggae, what do you want to call it there? I'm like, I've heard this before. Like, I almost put, I'm like, does it sound like Don't Do Me Like That by Tom Petty? I'm like, but I don't know. Like, it's been bugging me all week, Peter. It's like,
please put your comments and send.
Yes.
I'll send Dan's personal email address and just please help him. Help him. He cannot sleep at night. He needs to know what I know what it's like when this song sounds like another song, and you have a sleepless night, and sometimes it'll hit you like a month later. Oh, it was that.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I kept playing it, then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to press stop, and I'm going to start humming that beat or the rhythm, and for some reason I went into that Tom Petty "Don't Do Me Like That." I don't even know if that's and then I listened to that. I'm like, maybe not there. But anyway, it's a good song. It's not a wowish one there, but
but it shows that they're willing to explore the palette. Go outside the 4x4 and try some different things. And like being in Finland, which it's a hop, skip, and a jump to UK. What's happening? They're hearing the best of both worlds. They're Anglo, and then they hear America. So this is a band that's just taking it all in. Oriental Beat. This is just McCoy's guitar work to me. It's really the punk simplicity with a bit of flair, a bit of melodic flair.
Now that is another great. Like, it's probably just a notch lower than Motivating there, but my God, what a great song. I actually watched a video of a concert, and they start off the show with this one, and I'm like, I don't hear words as like other people, but I do remember the postcard from Hanoi. I'm like, again, the Hanoi part, I'm like, do you understand where their name comes from?
Well, I know Saigon Kick probably stole their thunder, didn't they? Let's pick an exotic Asian country and put Kick in it. You know what I mean? That just came to me then.
I'm gonna I'm gonna come up with a band name called Sydney Tramples. There you go. Have nothing to do with Sydney, Australia, but
Toronto Swirl.
there you go. There you go.
I just made it up.
But yeah, Oriental Beat, a great song. It's a great rocker. And again, guess what appears? The saxophone again.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this on this album.
I'm not complaining. I'm a big fan of the sax.
And I'm not, I want to make sure I'm not complaining either.
Yeah. But sax in the 80s seemed to corner the pop market, but you didn't hear much of it in hard rock and metal. And it's a jazzy instrument. And you kind of, after you hear this album, you go, gee, why wasn't there much more sax in heavy metal or hard rock? It's a bit of a head scratch. So,
and you don't hear people say Hanoi Rocks. Oh yeah, they were the band with the saxophone. You never hear that. You'll hear Jackal. They're the ones with the chainsaw, or Deep Purple. They're the ones with the heavy metal band with the keyboard. Or the organ. You don't hear that about Hanoi Rocks, I find.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Devil Woman, the thing when I was listening to this song a few times was there's this Peter Gunn, the dunna, dunna, dunna. There's this Peter Gunn bass that lines and holds this song together. When you're listening to a song, sometimes you zero in on something, and for some reason I was listening to the bass line of this one. But I love the guitar work. Andy and Nasty, they really weave perfectly, So they had a bit of chemistry, these two.
It's a good song, I find. To me, it's not great, but it's a good one. It's a groovy, it's got a good groove, I find, on it. It's not one of the more memorable one for me there, but.
And then we go to Lightning Bar Blues. This is a barroom rock song, pretty loose, celebrating their good time bar. So, the rock and roll lifestyle. This, to me, is like Rolling Stones meets New York Dolls.
But that's a cover, right?
I believe so. But the way they do it, they make it their own, like we'll see in the next album. Yes.
I love this song. Lightning Bar Blues is such a you imagine yourself. I'm picturing, when I was picturing that, I was picturing the the Aerosmith video, what it takes when they're playing in a bar and there's a gate, like a chain link fence. I'm imagining that type of bar where a band is playing behind a chain link fence. I don't know why there, but I friggin' love this song. It's a great cover. I've definitely heard, well, again, same thing with, which one did I say that No Law and Order, but this one I definitely heard somewhere, but it's one of those, I think it's a cover. I looked it up because it was not written by any member of the band, but I love this song. Lightning Bar Blues is a great cover, if it is a cover.
Yeah.
But it's a good summer feel good. I don't know. It makes me smile. So
it's a party one, yeah. And then they finalized the album with Fallen Star. This has got a really good vocal from Munro. It's bittersweet, melodic, and it's a little bit different to the album because all the rest of the album is this beautiful, ugly mess, but it's a little bit more delicate, a little bit more tuneful, melodic than the rest of it. Not to say the rest of the album is not melodic, but it's a bit different, isn't it, this one?
Yes, I think it ends the album great. The piano is beautiful. I'll use it, very beautiful. But the song itself took me a while, Peter, and I was like, that there's a fourth line in every verse that he says, and you're like, did I hear that right? Like, is there an off key either with the piano or the vocals? Something was bugging me, but then you go and listen to it, I don't know, with your speakers, it makes more sense in stereo, I find, as opposed to just listening to one speaker. But it's a beautiful, these types of songs, I don't call them songs, I call them pieces, as in a beautiful piece. So I think it ends the album very softly, classy, even if I could say that there. But it's a beautiful song. Took me a while to appreciate it. But yeah, it's different in a good way. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. So this album didn't sell well. It sold reasonably well in their home country, but it had a lot of buzz. So the stakes were higher for their next album, Dan. Two Steps from the Move, which was released in 1984, and they had the producer Bob Ezrin, who we know, the world famous producer, who worked with Alice Cooper, Kiss, to name a few. So
Just a few, yeah.
you can feel that the record company is going, okay, lads, the stakes are higher. Let's put all our money in the pot and really invest on this. So the first thing you notice is the production sounds a lot cleaner, better separation of the instrumentation, and it's definitely got the Bob Ezrin sound, which is like widescreen. So I think the record company was hoping for a Destroyer or a
Yes.
Welcome to My Nightmare. The stakes were high. So the first song, Up Around the Bend, which I did feature in your wonderful show, my favorite 10 hair metal opening tracks, I picked up one of them. This is a Creedence Clearwater Revival cover. A lot of people go, what the? Yep. It, if you think of the John Fogerty version, it's kind of languid and lazy. It's like having a beer on a Sunday afternoon in the bayou. But this one, they turn it into a party anthem.
I know.
It's got swagger. What do you think of this song?
I agree with you, Peter. This is a great cover. You made me remember it existed when you came on my show, because I went on somebody else's show about a week or two after, and I put that as one of my top best covers by hair metal bands. And it's it's like it's a part. You're like, yeah, you said, I can't say it any better. It's a party cover, great cover. I can't say enough about it. It's a great opening track. Also,
it's a highlight.
It's fun.
It's a highlight. And when you're looking at the track listing, because track listing in albums is so important. The first two songs, you've got to get it right. You've got to hook the listener, and they're on the money.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this one, the next song, High School, on paper, it should be everything that I would walk away from, because I hate songs about high school that are sung by people that are 10 or 20 years out of high school. I'm looking at you, Uriah Heep. I'm looking at you, Twisted Sister.
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper. They talk,
the eyes of Alice Cooper. There.
Look, boy, oh boy, they get away with it. I'll throw it over to you, and then I'll chime in.
Okay, well, Peter, say hello to probably my favorite Hanoi Rocks song of all time so far. Well, from your point of view there, they get away by, I want to teach high school, which should not be coming from a point of view of a 16 or 18-year-old. I didn't think of it that way there, but I really, really, really love this song. It's that chorus, I want to teach high school, the layers of vocals with, you could hear Bob Ezrin had a lot to do with this one song, I find there. It's every time they also do the three choruses, the drummer's always doing something different. Well, one's with the ride, the second time it's a little bit more, and then a little more simple, and then the other one is I've never heard McCoy do that type, like the guitar work that he's doing there, almost like an Eddie Van Halen tapping. I was like, what is going on here? It
should have been a hit.
If ever I would tell people, you want to know about Hanoi Rocks, I would give them this song. It's the perfect song for me. Yeah, well,
Bob Ezrin knows his way around a song that's got school involved, and it does love kids choirs. So I'm glad that he didn't go that extra level, which would have killed it if, getting a kids choir on this album or this song. But I reckon he was mightily tempted. I think he was going through the filing cabinet and he's going, kids choir? No, better not. Part Alice Cooper, and it's got a dash of punk like The Damned.
Oh,
It just rollicks along like a freight train out of control. The lyrics are so tongue-in-cheek, it's almost going to the other side. It is just a lot of fun. I love this song to bits. I shouldn't, but I do. And this is a song that I play and play and play and play.
Same here. Same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. It's like, where has this song been all my life? That's basically like, because I told you the other day, I got into this band in like the last 3-4 years. And I hear this, I'm like, why was I not aware this song existed? It's that good to me.
Yeah. So the album has such a great opening 1-2 track. The rest of the album is a little in the shadow, but that's not a demerit. But it has such a high point to start off the album. It makes it tough. And I guess the 80s were all about front-loading albums, weren't they? Get the hits in right at the start and then hook them in. I can't get it. I like this one. The gang chorus, I can't get it all. To me, this song, you could virtually hear the whole template of Faster Pussycat in this song.
Yes. My only complaint is it takes a little too long a while for that chorus.
To get where it's going.
Because it's like you got the intro, you got the verse, bridge. You think that chorus is gonna no, it goes back to a verse and another bridge, and then that chorus. I can't get it at all. I love that. It's a great chorus. Just takes a little too long of a while to get to that great part, I find.
Yeah, I like the starchy guitar riff. And Munro does his best Jagger meets David Johansen of New York Dolls. So I know what's in his record collection, Dan. I can tell.
What's that?
I know what's in Michael Munro's record collection. New York Dolls.
Yes.
Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Well,
it's just so much swagger. And then Underwater World, to me, this is such an unusual, adventurous song. To me, I actually thought this was like, in a way, it's like their version of Van Halen Mean Streets. It's film noir. It's cinematic. You got the dirty sax lines. And Munro's kind of vocal riffing. He's not actually singing. It's almost conversational. To me, I listen to this song and I feel he's like narrating a walk down the streets of New York in the 80s where it was dangerous, 42nd Street, really squalid and sleazy. I think this is a really adventurous song. I like this one a lot. What do you think of it?
So this is when we don't agree.
That's all right.
I like it. I like the whole album.
Yeah.
I find it a little drone-ish. Like he's kind of like, I wouldn't say rapping, but he's like, but again, there's a reason why also I'm annoyed with it is because this is my second copy of that album. My first copy had a skip, and where do you think it was skipping? It was on this song. So I was trying to find it to fix it, and I was listening to the same part over and over, and I'm like, oh my God, enough of this part. It's not fair. I know it, but I can't get that out of my head. And it's a cool song. I'll say that it's a good song. It's a little drony-ish, but not in a bad way. It's like it's like a mood song. There you go. That's a better.
It's a cut above hair metal, isn't it? You wouldn't imagine like your run-of-the-mill hair metal band would be doing a song like this, which is like
no.
It's like their version of Mean Streets. It's I give them a big tick for the adventurous.
Okay. Yeah.
Taking on something a little bit different. Got to have a ballad. There's got to be a ballad in the album. So Don't You Ever Leave Me. I think it's not pitch perfect, but it's heartfelt with lots of character.
Yes.
And Yeah, it's quite emotional. What do you think of this one?
It's well, you know, it's a remake of their own song, right? It's a re-recording, so it's from the first album. I find this version a lot better on this one here. I think this. Correct me if I'm wrong. This was kind of like their hit, in a way.
I am really a little bit. I don't know what hits they had.
Yeah, like
I'm researching.
I think this was a single. I think.
Yeah.
Again, and it's weird. I don't know much about this. They're like an enigma to me. There.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good word. Enigma.
But the more I listen to this song, the more I'm appreciating it. It's like, okay, I see where you're getting. Again, I'm not. I don't want to diss Michael Monroe. He'll never get asked to sing backup for a Michael Jackson album, but it's I can hear his little, not an off key, but off pitch maybe. Don't you ever mean a baby? I'm not going to sing high there, but it's got personality. There you go. That's what I want to say there.
Yeah. A lot of the gang choruses and the singing is almost like pub sing-alongs in a way, or as I would call football terrace singing. If you're in England and you're in the soccer crowd, you know what I'm singing. You know, they a lot of, you know, open the mouth and just let it all out. They belt out the songs, you know, have a good time. Million Miles Away. So this is a really unusual one. It starts off with this chiming synth line, and I'm thinking, oh, this is like a Georgie Moroder soundtrack. And then it goes all 1970s Scorpions with the harmonizing guitars.
I know.
And then it goes into Alice Cooper ballad territory, and I'm all confused. It's like a whiplash. You know,
yeah, it's like
going
two
from side to
songs.
side. What's happening?
It's like someone said, "What's prog? Oh, it's when you change beats. Okay, let's do that." Because it starts off on, let's say, a certain, and then it completely changes beats. It's neat. You could. And I actually saw a video this song when Razzle. This is the song apparently that they dedicate to in Razzle's memory when they play this live. Well, after he passed away, which there wasn't many shows after apparently there, but it's a very interesting song. The first half is beautifully written. The second half, you're like, you're like, what? what's this here? But
it's like, what's happening here?
Yeah,
and this
it's like two songs in one.
This band is full of surprises, folks.
Oh yeah,
and that's what Dan and I like. I'm picking up on what you like, Dan, and you know, you listen to a song and it's like left turn, right turn. You know, there are some songs that you just know where they're going. It's A to B, but
this one's totally unexpected.
All different directions. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Boy, that song title's been used a fair bit in rock and roll history. This has got a lot of swagger. It's got a Stones guitar vibe and the big Ezrin sound. It pops out of the speaker. What do you think of this one?
I love this song. It's such a great song. Because you were saying earlier, oh, you have the 1-2 punch for the first two songs, and I'm like in my head, well, no, Peter, they don't. They have even equaler songs. I find this one to be as equal as those first two. To me, again, it's a great sing-along song. It's like I said, I wrote great song, and every time it comes on, it brings me in a good mood. Whether he's talking about something else, I'm not getting. Again, I'm not a lyrics guy. I enjoy musical instruments and vocal melodies, not the words necessarily. But yeah, this is catchy as hell, man. I love this song here. So yeah. Thumbs up for that one for me.
Yeah, I think lyrics to me are equally as important, but I give a pass to lyrics that are Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. It's just got to match with the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Louie Louie, that wasn't a great lyric, but it's primal, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Me Boiler and Me, Boiler.
Right,
This is
Boiler, Me. Yeah.
a quirky blues infused detour. This one, it's got this. I wrote down AC/DC. There's a bit of this where it's got that blues boogie riff, and I thought I could see this as a bit of an AC/DC sounding song. And I don't know if this was released as a single, but I would release this as a single.
I know.
Yeah.
When I first heard it again with this assignment, I'm like, I remember it. I'm like, I'm trying to listen to the lyrics. I wasn't even sure if they were singing in English or not. I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell. But this, again, just like Boulevard of Broken Dreams in high school and upper, it's one of my favorites. That double vocal, what they do with that, it's like usually double vocals are there for the choruses. They start off the music and first word going on, it's that double vocal. I'm like, wow, this is good. And it's great harmonizing vocals, great melodies. I love this song again, Peter. This is such a great one here too. I wasn't kidding, Peter, when I said that I was really enjoying this assignment, especially this album here. This was like a wow moment for me. And yeah, it's called Boiler, and then in brackets, Me, Boiler, and Me. I don't know what that means, but that double vocal, brilliant. Whoever thought that idea it's brilliant.
Yeah, probably Bob Ezrin. He's a very he's an ideas man. What I hear is when he does his producing, he throws things out. I love the harmonizing chorus. It goes into that pub football crowd sing along.
Yeah.
Which it's just a burst of energy. Then we have Futurama. This, to me, is their punk song. It's fast and furious. It's snotty. It's got lots of attitude. It's their pedal on the floor.
I wrote good punkish song.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's probably my least memorable of the, like, it's not a bad song. It's just my least memorable of this great album.
Yeah.
So
it just goes so fast. It's like whirlwind.
Yes, Lincoln, it's over.
Yep. And then we've got a Cutting Corners, which is a bit of a dramatic closer. It has the Ezrin touch. It's very theatrical. And, it's got a bit of the New York Dolls, the groove of the Stones. And to me, this is a song that's a bit of a blueprint for bands like Guns N' Roses, which they would expand upon. Cutting Corners. I think it's a fine closer. What do you think of this one?
I love this song. Again, Peter, same rule as that number 1, 2, Boulevard, Boiler, and Cutting Corners. When I was saying there was another, was it Oriental Beat I was singing all week? This one was the other one. Cutting Corners was all day today. It's just that catchy chorus is so brilliantly written. Again, I'm all about melody in the vocals there, and that one just works. And he sings the same thing, but usually you would have the instruments on this one thing, and then vocals will be like going higher or lower. This one, he sings the whole thing, but it's the instruments that are going higher and lower. I like that. I love that. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff there. But yeah, another one of my favorites, Cutting Corners, is so good. Love, love, love that song. Super catchy.
Yeah. So of the two albums, would it be fair to say Two Steps from the Move is your preferred of comparative to Oriental Beat or Oriental Beat? Yeah. I think they're two mighty fine albums. I agree with you. I think Two Steps from the Move, it should have been a hit. It is inexplicable.
Definitely. But again, I remember seeing this in the store. I just got confused with, I don't know, I didn't know what I was seeing. I wasn't sure. Was this? It looks like a kind of band that I would love, but I wasn't sure how they sound. I heard nothing. But to me, this, if you like your hard rock and the hair metal, and you're curious about Hanoi Rocks, I would start with that, because the other ones is more punkish. Like, this is as hair metal. I'm not saying it is a hair metal album. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're curious about that style of music, hard rock, hair metal, anything that belonged on either MTV's Headbangers Ball or Power Hour or Metal Edge magazine, this is the album that is closest or represents closely that type of music. And I kid you not, I was like, where has this album been all my life? Like, I friggin' love this album, especially this last week. I've been like, it's been crazy how much I've been listening to Hanoi Rocks.
Yeah.
I appreciate Oriental Beat a lot more.
Yes.
But it's Two Steps is more my style.
Yeah. Maybe it was at the wrong time. Maybe it came out in 84. Maybe 86 might have been the right time, because if you look at the album cover, you've got a very androgynous looking Michael Monroe. Was he too out there at that particular time? You know, in rock world, a year makes a difference. You know, 85, 86 was definitely a different time for hard rock and heavy metal. 84 was still a little bit of traditional hard rock was ruling the roost, like your Dios and your Iron Maidens.
But it's all those bands, like even like Rat, Twisted Sister, was all power chords. This is not power chords. This is not power chord music. If you're into riffs, I don't think this band is a riff band. They are more of like you said it yourself, like a Stones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You won't like hear like, You're in Love, or like, da-na-na-na-na-na, like Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It. It's not a riff or a power chord, I should say. It's like up around the band, it's that type of little...
Not virtuoso guitar slinging, like fretboard arpeggios, You're not going to hear a DeMartini.
No. Not that I'm saying they can't play that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's not that type of music. But it's it's as close as a hair metal album is, or that type of music that was popular. Like I said, they were partying with Motley Crue. I don't really see... Like, to me, they don't sound like Motley Crue at all. No. Maybe look like it. But I'll say something, and you actually mentioned this other band when you came on to my show. This album cover, I do not like it at all. I hate partial band members. And Heavy Pettin did the same thing, right? With their Rock Ain't Dead there. And of course, you got the two other...
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't spell band. It spells...
Yeah. Well, you know who started that off? That was the Rolling Stones with Black and Blue, where you had Nick Keith in the front, and then you had the other ones. Cheap Trick did it, the two...
Yeah, that's another one.
The two good-looking guys and the two dudes on the back cover. Yeah.
But that to me, that doesn't spell the word band.
Yeah.
And I don't know what went wrong. I can't tell you, because again, to me, they were... I got this vision of myself in that record store, just looking at the cassette for Hanoi Rocks, just going, "What is this?" It's ingrained in my memory forever. It's not until much, much later I've got to appreciate, and I find the experience is an album as a whole, because I had a greatest hits digitally for like the longest time. I thought it was okay, it's nothing, but to me, the album experience was just what made me go wow of late, I find. I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, it's one of rock's biggest mysteries, folks. We have covered the two albums, Oriental Beat and Two Steps from the Move. Really, if you listen to these two albums, you'll hear the influence on American hard rock, heavy metal, glam rock, hair metal. It's all there. It's immeasurable. So definitely worth checking out. And it just sounds as fresh as a daisy now. It's not a dated album.
No. You're right. You're right for that.
Absolutely. Dan, it's a pleasure to have you on. We'll get you back off the charts. It's a wonderful channel. He just covers it. I see your passion in your music, and that's what it's important in YouTube, that, it just comes out of the screen, that we actually like this music and we actually listen to it. So no AI here. It's just our
Yeah.
opinions.
You could see how passionate I was about their last album. Like that, I wasn't faking it right there. That's
Absolutely. So
I loved it. Yeah. So I thank you for this assignment.
absolutely. I'll put the link below. Put your comments. Tell us what you think, and I'll talk to Dan, and we'll plot our next endeavor. You'll see him soon, 2026 and beyond. All the best, and please like and subscribe to Rock Daydream Nation. All the best, and cheers.
Thank you.